Hello everybody and welcome back to the Create Mod with me, Xenaf, and my holy moly Mark II Mining Drill Deluxe Extravaganza. I'm just going to stop talking now and show you it instead. This thing has been upgraded, the drills have been sharpened. They haven't, I wish you could, but they have been extended though. We've got a much bigger drill kind of face now, so to speak, a lot more storage on it as well. But the main thing is, I don't know if you can see down there, we actually have one singular drill at the very bottom that's digging out this trench kind of thing. This hand here is putting a redstone block down there. This hand is putting a powered rail down. This guy is still scooping up the powered rails. We have another little drill down there that is drilling up the redstone. And then finally, this hand here is placing a torch at the back. And now the rails and the redstone block, I only need about 12 or so of those, and those just keep cycling around and around and around, which is very, very nice. And this thing also bridges over, that is naturally a gap, but it would bridge over a gap. No more falling down holes for you. This chair at the back is also very, very comfortable. I could just sit here like this and just stare out at everything, at the emptiness of what I've just completely dug out, as well as I can kind of pick up a couple of these torches like this. Every so often leave one little bit, leave you like this, and then I can just pop those torches back into the mining drill, as well as picking up anything with my brand new, shiny Silk Touch pickaxe that, yeah, having a mining drill like this gets you so many things so nice and quick and easy. Yeah, it was a piece of cake, honestly, to get this, and now we can get even more stuff as well. It's bridging. It's doing it. Look, it's bridging over a gap all by itself. I'm so proud of this. This is like my child. My child with a very, very, very scary, deadly face. And plonk. Back home we are now. Let me know in the comments if there's any other extra stuff that you think we can add to this drill to make it even better. I've got a couple of little ideas, but I want to hear what you think as well. Things to make this above and beyond what it currently is. Look at it. Look at it. Ah, I love it. Okay. So I've already been doing a bunch of drilling, as you could see down there in the ground. And if we chuck all of these goodies up here, diamonds first, I guess, like so. In fact, I'm not going to do the raw copper because that does silly stuff. Look at this. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, this stuff is incredible. We need to wash all of this stuff, but that's it. I'm not going to wash the crushed raw copper because that gives me clay, whereas this gives me gunpowder as an extra. This gives me, I've forgotten, and this gives me redstone as an extra, I think. So, yeah, all more diamonds coming through. Yes, please, yes, please. The crushed copper stuff, I will put this copper in, actually. We'll crush it, but then we're just going to directly smelt the copper completely, and we're going to wash all the other crushed bits and bobs as well. We don't need to wash our redstone and lapis. They are squeaky clean as they are. I will chuck them in there with that, though. Loads of experience coming through as well, which is what we can use over here at our enchanting table. Very nice. I've already got a whole bunch of stuff down here as well. So, yeah, plenty more enchanted tools to come soon. But today, well, what is today? Today is all about beginning and letting you know my plans for this base, this dream factory of mine. I think I've got a concept of how to do some sort of automation here. It's not going to be overpowered. It's not going to make every last thing in the game, but it is going to be incredibly unique and very, very Xenaf-y as well. And that is the entire reason for this series existing. So, yeah, let's discuss the loop. Now, first things first, we can ride it like this, and it's lots and lots of fun. Secondly, this is just a little mini prototype thing we have here to describe what I'm going to be doing. The main thing is going to be much bigger and better, but ultimately, yes, we have a loop of conveyor belts. It just goes round and round like this. We can throw items onto said conveyor belt, and around they go. Now, pretty much not our entire storage, but the idea is going to be to have a lot of things on belts all at the same time. And because it's a loop, obviously, if things never leave the belt, they just stay on there forever and ever and ever until eventually they are needed. Now, as you can see, you can throw things onto the belt like this. You can also take things, come back off of the belt by right-clicking it. There are some other ways as well. If we do something like this and like this, we're able to... Where's my carrots gone? I was going to say bananas. We can throw carrots in, and then carrots also automatically get dispensed out as well. Oh, that one didn't because there was one waiting there. Interesting stuff. We're learning more things already. But what I want to look at today is basically belt management, right? When does something get taken off the belt and when does something get added back to the belt? And that is where this smart observer comes into play. If we plop this thing down and we make it look at wait, did I put the carrot filter as a carrot? Click with an item to replace. Why is that not visible? Normally, you get a little item on there, but I'm pretty sure I filtered this with carrots right now, right? So every time a carrot comes past, hopefully, yeah, this thing lights up and says, carrot! I say a carrot! It's very excited about carrots. I wonder if we use something different. Let's use oak planks. Okay, excellent. Now, you can see that carrot did not excite it because it's now looking for oak planks. So if we throw an oak plank on, it will now light up and be happy. So, for example, if we want to make sure there's plenty of oak planks on the belt all at once, right? Going round and round and round. At the moment, it's not seeing anything. Oh, now it sees it. Brilliant. It's happy now. But then it's sad again, right? So if we add a pulse extender, this thing right here, and let's just move this to like, I don't know, 4 seconds, right? When this sees this, it's going to turn this on. And even though this has gone off, this will stay on for 4 whole seconds, and then it goes off, right? So if there is enough wooden planks, enough things to satisfy this smart observer, so we put one there, we put one there, we put one there, and maybe one there as well. There's 4 wooden planks going around now. Hopefully, oh, is that going to go off? Is it going to go off? We can see it even better with this torch here. No, it's managing to top it up every time it comes around. Whoa, yeah, it managed to see another one. Is it going to top it up in time? Yes, it is. So, this is happy. This redstone torch is off, which means our oak plank maker is off because we have got enough oak planks in the system because this thing is seeing them often enough. And, you know, if we wanted a few more oak planks, we could move this down to 2 seconds. And then, eventually, this little torch, yep, it came on briefly then because it didn't see oak planks quick enough. Oh, and again, right? So now the oak plank making machine would be adding more oak planks to the system. We can kind of use a similar thing to take things off of the belt as well, but obviously kind of ingredients and things like oak planks, they can kind of stay on there until they're naturally kind of needed anyway. But certain other things like crushed ores, for example, they only have one use to get washed. So yeah, they can automatically get pulled off if there's enough crushed ore going round and round and round, and that will make all these things happy. But this thing is obviously teeny tiny, puny woody, peeny weeny. We need to make this thing much larger. Boom. How about some of that? That is not child's play anymore. It's no longer wee, but it's now wee. Adult time, baby. And yeah, we've got 5 lanes of this thing now. And of course, this is just going around in a little square. Eventually, the idea is to have this loop of belt go the entirety around our whole base and back again. Who knows exactly how that's going to work, but this is just a scaled down version, and whenever we expand the base, we expand the loop as well. But first things first, we've got to get something on our loop, and that is why I have this thing over here. This is my nice little cobblestone generator, currently not generating any cobble at all, but we can solve that by popping down a lava bucket like that, and the waterlogged stair block appears it there. I'm not worried about speed either here, by the way, folks. We're not going for an efficient factory. We're going for a cool factory. I want my machines working all the time. I don't want them working really, really fast, really, really hard for like 10 minutes and then never have to work again. I'd much rather them work slowly, passively, over time. Things be moving, things be falling down and moving up and out. All of my machines are going to be rather over-the-top exotic in their movements. This one is obviously very dull for now, but it's just to begin with to get something on the belt. So, cobblestone gets broken, it goes into the hoppers below, and the hoppers feed it down onto the belt there. Very, very nice. Now, I also have a reader here as well, a belt reader. It's looking for cobble, and when it sees it, it stops the machine like this. It just holds this clutch on. You can see the cracks have completely stopped. This has stopped turning now for 10 seconds, and as soon as that 10 seconds runs out, like so, the machine goes back on again. So it will slowly, it's got 2 cobblestone on there now, it will slowly fill up with cobble the longer this goes on, until eventually this guy says, no, you need to stop producing stuff. Now that's all well and good, cobblestone coming out, but it is only on the outside lane at the moment, which is where brass tunnels come into play. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them, maybe just here, actually. if we put them all the way along in a row like this, we should be able to, up here, control what we can do. The distribution method, we can split, we can forced split, not sure what that's about. Round robin, Batman as well. Forced round robin, oh yeah, that's nice. Prefer nearest, randomize, or synchronize inputs. Now, all of those, you can look up exactly what they do. I'm a genius, so I know exactly what all of them do, but randomize is what I'm going to have on here. So when something enters, in fact, if we can put another little bit of cobble on the belt like so, when that enters here, it is going to randomly come out of one of these other ones. So cobblestone goes in, and it randomly chose exactly this one. Okay, cobblestone, are you going to be a little bit more random, please? I know that's not how randomness works, but it feels like it totally should be. Okay, cobblestone goes in, slot number 1, and if it comes out the other side, I will be getting Batman and Robin. Yay, randomly, slot number 2. So as these things go round, all of the lanes will fill up, and now, of course, this one isn't going to be triggering our little observer friend over here. So that's we're kind of going to get 5 times the amount of whatever this observer guy sees. On average, there's a lot of kind of like averages and over time and rough numbers here. Nothing is set in stone, except for the cobble, of course. And that's how I like it. That's how I like it. So look, this thing now, 2 bits of cobble are coming around here. It's going to stop once it sees this one. Yep, the mining drill stopped. And then when it sees this guy, it'll top up that 10 seconds all the way back to the very, very tippity top again. When it sees it like that, boom, all the way, 10 seconds more. So if we had cobblestone that close together, this thing would never be on anymore. But of course, the size of the belt matters, and our why does it keep coming out at number 1? Our randomizing tunnel here also will help keep things interesting. Wait, hold on a minute. This one came out of 1, this one came out of 1, this one came... Only this one decided to be slightly random, and that chose 2. I don't trust... That one as well. What is happening here? Something might be slightly wrong. Where are you going to come through? Okay, come on. Which door are you going to come out of? Mystery thing. You stupid... I think I got a bit too annoyed there. I should calm down. It's only cobblestone, and it kind of seems to be working a bit now anyway, if you see behind me. It kind of looks like it's going in one ear and out the other, which is kind of fun. Like my head is part of the factory. And also, by the way, is this not just what happens at the airport? I don't know. That's what it feels like. But as you can see, where there is a lot more cobble now, I've just let this thing run and run and run for a little while. It still occasionally turns on, so it's not completely full yet. It hasn't reached kind of peak max capacity or whatever you'd want to call it. Like, look, it looks like there's a big old gap coming up soon, so I think it's gonna turn on again in just a moment. But it is very much, for the most part, nearly done. So this is what 10 seconds at this belt speed of this belt size looks like. So I think we're going to have to increase these numbers. This is probably too much cobble being on the belt at once. Remember, we're going to be having loads of different items on the belt here. Every single machine that does a thing is going to take items from this belt and put items back on this belt again to take it to the next machine or to wherever other machine around the whole factory. So yeah, we're going to need like hundreds eventually of different unique items on the belt. So we're going to have to lower, or rather raise this number so that the amount of cobblestone lowers a little bit. Oh, another one just broke. And as you can see, I made it so that when it makes one, that straight away feeds into the reader. The reader is not on this side of it, it's afterwards, so that the new one that comes out immediately turns it off for 10 seconds, nearly immediately, just to kind of give it a bit of a break. But you know what? I think already I'm going to put this to more like, I don't know, 20 seconds or something, and I think that will pretty much never go on again now. And we could do something else with this cobble. Probably we're going to use this like we've been doing before. We'll probably crush it because it's a little bit quicker, I think, but turn it into gravel. And then gravel can either be turned into sand or it can be washed to get a little bit of iron. So we can basically get free iron as long as we get the crushing stuff going on and then a washer set up to this. That's probably going to be my first kind of automation happening, but obviously we want to make sure that the thing that's crushing the stuff doesn't take all of the cobblestone off. It only takes it off if it has been witnessing a certain amount of cobble. It's kind of going to be like the flip reverse of this. But for now, I think another way to relax me from my random cobble woes is we need to start decorating this place, make it look a little bit prettier. Because at the moment we're just stood out in the middle of a field, and that is not very factory-like. So I have in my hand here a clipboard, which I'm not saying that I gave Create Mods the idea for this, but in season 8 of Hermitcraft, I had a clipboard, and I mean, I didn't invent clipboards, you know what I mean, but I had a clipboard, and it kind of looked a little bit like this, which is a clipboard. Again, I probably didn't, but it's interesting that I did a clipboard, and now there's a clipboard in the game, and I can even, like, look, tick and stuff. It's really cool. It's really nice. So these are the 5 things we're going to be needing to decorate. Tough, limestone. Limestone is new for Create. Industrial iron, which is we'll get to in a second. Andesite scaffolding and girder. Pretty much everything other than the tough is, like, unique. Oh, I'm making new items. No, undo. Okay, that's fine. So let's get each of these and make something pretty. So the tough, we've just got loads of that from our mining activities. So tick. Limestone is supposed to generate out in the world. However, I have yet to find any. In all of my searching, in all of my digging and everything, but there is another way. Bees. Bees can, if we can extract the honey, which hopefully we can. Oh yeah, is that working? How much honey is that even? That's empty already? 333. Okay, well, we need a bucket full of honey. So I'm gonna splosh this out, and I guess we're gonna wait for more bees to happen. Oh, I'm seeing drippage. I think drippage means the honey is ready. Throw our bucket on. Give it a little twisteroo. And yeah, there it is. Sploosh indeed. Honey achieved. And now I'm no geologist, but honey, liquid, and a little bit of lava, like that, should make a limestone just like that. I don't want to burn myself. Oh no, it burned. Ha! Okay, right, this is harder to mine than I thought. Gimme. Yes. Ow! Oh no, ow. I got the limestone though. Where's the water? I need water. And that's a tick. You know, at some restaurants you get triple cooked chips? Well, industrial iron, let's grab a full stack of that, is basically double cooked iron. Oh, we've already got some brass in there apparently. Yeah, there it is. Boop. Whole stack of brass, lovely. We throw the iron in, and I've just got a load of sticks that I'm going to feed this thing with. Does that work? That should work, right? If we make that, we compact... Oh, it's got to be a compactor. I've put it in the wrong one. It's got to be in this one. Right, so we're going to need to move our blaze burner. Excuse me. I'll pick you up, move you over to there, grab our iron, and throw it in that one. And now I heat you up. We should, yeah, be compacting nice and fast. Oh, this is wrong. Look, it's just turning it into blocks of iron, which is what it does when that thing isn't heated. Wait, undo. Okay, if we only put... Let's just put one in, because that can't possibly... Huh. Oh, did I miss? What an idiot! One. Okay, perfect. One of them in there, and then we heat this thing up. Hopefully now that should turn it into a cooked something or other. There it is. Okay, boom. It's nice. It's all singed. It's actually nicely charred is how I'm going to like it. And now if we put that as a filter, we should be able to uncraft all of these blocks, throw them all in, and yeah. That should now be working, I hope. Ingots turn into the industrial iron. Perfect. Filters for the win. And now I'm realizing you can cook entire blocks of iron at a time, so that's way quicker. Next on the list was andesite scaffolding, which is pretty easy to make, but now I'm looking at scaffolding. We've also got brass and copper as well. Brass might be something I want, so I'm actually not going to craft any of these yet. They're really easy to make until we actually know exactly how they're all going to look. So yeah, sort of check. And last but not least, metal girders. I love these things. They look, I don't know why, they just look very, very nice. Oh, wait, why are they not girdering? They're not there you go. Oh, that's the cross-sectional, the eye girder, eye beam? I don't know. I love this thing. You're beautiful. I want to marry you. And if we look at our handy-dandy little clipboard, tick, that is everything on our list. I mean, not loads of everything, but everything enough, so I think we can get building. And sticking with the whole factory, automated, modular kind of theme of everything, boom. Chunk borders shown. We are going to make a modular decorative base. The inside stuff won't be modular, don't worry, we're going to be having a lot of fun making very unique, very wacky contraptions, but the actual building itself can kind of be expanded in a modular fashion. So you can see right now, oh, that's fun. We are in a Excel spreadsheet by the looks of things. Lovely colors, yellow, blues, and reds and things. No, but this is a 16 by 16 area. This is one corner of it. You can see if we move over into this side, this is how it works. Very nice. We are going to be building... Oh, this is going to get kind of overtaken a little bit by it, but that's fine. This is our first chunk of building. So we're we need to lay down a floor first and foremost. And there we go. That wasn't tough at all. It is. It's tough bricks. That's the joke. And we've got a lovely pathway along the edge here and plenty of room here for machinery and all sorts of goodies. I did just leave that overhanging for now. Oh, and you'll see limestone appearing. I've actually changed my cobble generator to a limestone generator over there. And then, oh, stupid lines, get out of my face. This thing over here, I've just made it so that all of these have to be cobblestone. This one is limestone, and we've already got like tons and tons of limestone, which is great because that is what this wall that we're going to make next is made of. Ta-da! There we go. That's how they are looking so far. Nice and light colors. I didn't want this place to be too dark and gloomy, nice and bright, and then there'll be, darker things inside the actual factory itself. But this is looking pretty good. Main thing to focus on is, if we turn this back on, you'll see this is only 8 blocks wide, and then we're actually going to do the same thing as that again, but on this 8 blocks, which means technically this thing completely like tiles. We want to make sure that everything is tileable based on the chunk, and also the floor is in the 16 by 16 chunk, but the wall is actually in the next chunk over, which means we can kind of just have a floor piece, and then we can put this one wall piece on that side, and on this side, and on that side. We can put it on all of the outer sides if we wish to as well. And one other thing to note, turn off the lines. This is actually using one of the Create Deco shipping containers, which is basically, if we look at the recipe of these, it's basically just a Create Vault, but just recolored to be all the different colors of the rainbow. So we can't just right click this like a chest, but we could, using like the funnels and stuff, we could input items in here for storage as well. So, it's always handy. And this is kind of how they look when they're like just a singular bit. But as soon as you put them next to each other, like as soon as we put one in there, boop, it has that nice little texture on. So the edge bits are going to look like this. And the same on that side. But as soon as you put another wall next to it, suddenly the middle two meet together like this and make a very nice little extra texture. Oh, that's fun to say. Extra texture. Extra texture. And here is the ceiling, or at least half of it, because much like the wall being a double thing, if we take a little look from over here, the ceiling is going to be double as well. So it's going to kind of be like a little shark fin, like a zigzag, and then it's going to go up again and zig back down before it reaches the end. So again, this is only 8 blocks long. You can actually see where the windows are up there, these 2 blocks, that's these 2 blocks. So I'm going to put windows up on top and then zig it right back down to over there again. Girders all over the place. I do love them. I love them so much. And then we'll have our first kind of factory empty template thing. And there we go. It's zigging and zagging, and then zigging and zagging all over again. Completely done. We can now make a blueprint, I believe, with the schematic here of, if I select... Oh, no, I want to go down a block. I'm making big squares. We want to just select the wall as one, and then we're going to select the whole sort of floor and ceiling as a 16 by 16 kind of big sandwich. But I believe if we just jump down here now, I think I've selected that corner properly. We can pop that there. We need to make it come out a block. Perfect, like so. And that is our entire wall bit done. We are going to have to make the outside look slightly prettier. It's nearly there. But it certainly was designed to look good on the inside. So if we save this as factory wall 1, save and upload. Very good. We can now chuck that into our schematic cannon here. Boom. Schematic not positioned. Oh, okay, we need to position it. Of course we do. So let's just put it there or something like that. Very nice. Okay, we're going to push it back a little bit, like so. And then we're going to push it back a little bit that way. And then it needs to go up 1 block. And up. Okay, perfect. It's a bit chessboardy there, but that's fine. I think it's going to work. That is how it's going to copy over. Very nice. Now we pop it in the cannon. Excellent. And it is out of gunpowder, but that's fine, because all the zinc I've been washing, all the crushed zinc, that gives us a little bit of gunpowder as well. So over here, oh yeah, perfect. Let's stack and a half. We've got a ton, and it's about to be nighttime, but it's okay, because I have a cannon. So we pop that, boom, straight away in there, and then is this just ready to go? I've already put in all the ingredients for the wall in. I think we just hit play. Oh yeah. Oh, it's cannoning. It's doing its thing. I'm gonna even go to bed. And while this schematic cannon is placing the walls behind me, there are checkerboard block boxes. Okay, we'll have to break and replace those. That's fine. You, as a patron, any patrons watching out there, you could send me in your own schematics and I will be building them as well. Check the Discord, but all of these people that you see on the screen right now are my wonderful patrons helping to make episodes just like this one possible. So thank you all so much for your wonderful support. And again, please do send me in your contraptions patrons. I look very forward to seeing them and cannoning them into the world for all to see. I'll build the rest of this wall. Well, I won't. The cannon will. And we'll see how it looks at the end. So much space. It's crazy. These things are actually huge. These modules. Which is great. It's a lot of room. We can definitely move all of our stuff into the place now. We actually have somewhere to live. We have a foundation of our factory base. We have the concept, the loop plan ready to go as well, and even started with the cobblestone. We can start doing things with that very soon as well. But that is going to be it for today's episode of Create. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, as always, your Create ideas down in the comments. A big thank you for watching, for liking, for commenting, and subscribing. I love your faces. Keep rotating. Until next time, a good-bye.